Welcome to this introduction for students mainly in Year 7, Year 8 and Year 12 who are new to our programming system, but might be a useful reminder for anyone who hasn't used it in a while. This is installed on most student PCs in the school. If you find a machine outside of computer science rooms that doesn't have it installed, let us know. Meanwhile, to get started, find NKS VBox in the Start menu under All Apps, then scroll down to N, or you can simply just type NKS in the Start menu. While it loads, a few bits of information about why we use this when you can find programming tools out there on the web. Firstly, this is web-free, so we can still use it even if the internet was down. It works locally on our machine, so we're not dependent on someone else's system working correctly. Second, while most online programming tools do allow you to run code, few allow you to properly debug, fix your code. The tools to find out why your code is not working in our system are streets ahead of the basic tools you'll find online. So welcome to Oracle VirtualBox. This is a platform that allows us to run a full Windows 10 unrestricted PC in a window. We can use this to explore features of Windows that you can't normally use in school, like running the task manager, but it also allows you to run programs you've written, real programs you can take and run on your home computer later. Now we've reached the desktop, notice the black Windows 10 toolbar. Now by default it doesn't take up the whole screen area, so once it's loaded for about 10 seconds or so, grab the top of the window and just pull it downwards. VirtualBox will resize so it takes up a small window. Then push it back to the top so it goes full screen. The toolbar will now be sitting directly above the Windows 11 toolbar. Notice over on the bottom right, the VirtualBox has no internet access. This is on purpose to keep the network safe. You can use Windows 11 to search the web, but there's a trapdoor in the VirtualBox, a way to get stuff in and out using your OneDrive. You should check your OneDrive Blue Cloud is fully working, that it says your files are synced before you open the VirtualBox. Now when you do for the first time, VirtualBox creates a special folder in your OneDrive, and if we open the folders we can see this. Scroll to the bottom of your OneDrive and you'll see VirtualBox files. You'll see I've already been using mine. Now if I pop to the VirtualBox Explorer icon, the yellow one on the toolbar, you'll see the VirtualBox files as a network drive in the bottom left. Sure enough, it contains all the same files. It's actually a live link. If I create something in the Windows 11 folder, let's create a text file. Let's call it Hello World. Refreshing Explorer in the VirtualBox version shows this new file. I can delete the file in VBox and it vanishes in OneDrive instantly. Now we know how files work, we can start using our programming platform Visual Studio, using the purple icon on the toolbar. This is the industry standard app for creating software for PCs, iPads, tablets, games. The front screen gives you the option to open a project you've made earlier, takes you right back to your VirtualBox files folder and allows you to select a project you made in the past. When you select the folder, you're looking for a file with the extension SLN, which is short for solution. You'll find one of these whichever project type you created, but of course we haven't actually created a project yet, so we need to do this using the bottom button, Create a New Project. Now we've preloaded the project menu with C# projects at the bottom used by our A-level students, and then above those 2 Visual Basic projects and a project for text-based Python projects. I'm going to select a VB project first, but the same process works for the others. Once selected, you name your project. I'm making this clear that it's my first project, and we need to select where we're saving it. The location is fine to leave alone, but you can create new folders for different workbooks if you like. I'm hitting create now because I'm happy with my selection, and after a while my project appears. Now to illustrate writing code, I'm writing a basic taster program and I've created a similar Python project on the right, so you can actually see me writing the same code in both languages. It's down to you which one you prefer. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. You can probably work out what the code takes in, how it combines the inputs, and what output it generates. Let's run both applications to see what happens when we give them different values. We press the Start button at the top. Now you'll notice the VB version needs an extra line, console.readline at the end. This simply stops the window closing when it gets to the end of the program. The Python code displays an error message. This is not serious, it's just noting that the Python system we've installed in our VBox has now expired and needs to be updated. We'll do that at some point. This can be ignored, but both can be solved by selecting Start Without Debugging in the debug menu at the top if they really irritate you. Now, one of the most important things for you to do with Visual Studio is to regularly save. You can save your whole project using the File menu and then Save All, which looks like two blue floppy disks. Luckily, there's a handy icon in the toolbar for this. Hit this often, especially before running your code. Closing both apps, I've gone to the folder for the VB program. Now notice it's actually a bunch of files and folders inside. You can see the code is stored in a file ending VB. As we showed before, to open the project, we can open the solution, the SLN file. After a short while it loads up, and if I click Save All, you'll actually notice, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, that the OneDrive icon starts syncing. This is your test that your work is saved. If you click the OneDrive app, the blue cloud, you'll soon be able to see when the VB file was saved last. And you can also see the .py file from the Python program saved recently. This is an important thing to check before you close down the VirtualBox. If your work hasn't saved, you will lose it if you click the corner button and shut down the VBox. If you have checked your work is saved, no such worry. And that's it. Simple when you get used to it. Takes under a minute to load and gives you secure programming to put your programming dreams into practice.